My name is Yuka Watanabe, and I'm 27 years old. 4 months ago, I started working part-time at a karaoke bar. My previous job was in sales at an insurance company, but it turned out to be quite the dark enterprise. And I was so exhausted both physically and mentally that I collapsed. But maybe that was a good thing. If I had carried on like that, my life would have remained dark and stressful. It was also a chance for me to take a new, fresh look at myself. Now, I'm seriously working on turning the handmade accessories I've been making into a business, launching an online shopping website, and participating in events. That's why I chose a flexible part-time job with shifts of merely a few hours. Oh, and by the way, I chose karaoke because karaoke's also a hobby of mine. But recently, I've been starting to hate it because of the people at work. Hey now, Yuka. Why aren't there any customers despite it being the weekend? I don't know, ma'am. This woman is the manager, Sachiko Suzuki, and I think she's about 40 years old. She's single too, I think. Well, perhaps it's still morning, ma'am? Why not go outside and attract customers? This woman is Ayumi Funobori, and she's 35, working part-time. Ayumi is married and works 4 days a week during the lunchtime shift. Ah, good idea, Ayumi. A grand idea. Then you go out and do it, Yuka. I've never done this before. Come one, come all, we're open! That's all you gotta say. Think about it, you'll understand. There's no easier job than this. I'm so jealous, but newcomers need to gain a variety of experience. Sometimes when manager Suzuki wasn't there, Ayumi sometimes went outside to attract customers, but I've never seen her bring out that plastic megaphone. She came back inside pretty late, so she must have been slacking off somewhere. No one ever came inside anyway. It's super cold outside, and it's snowing even. Do your best, okay? Normally, you'd be the first to go out, but don't leave it to me just 'cause it's cold. But the reality was that I was just a newcomer and attracting customers was part of my job. I couldn't refuse, so I reluctantly accepted. It's cold. It's so cold. Even though I put on my coat before going outside, I was still excruciatingly cold. Do I seriously have to attract customers for 2 hours in this weather? More to the point, there's literally no one out here. But I didn't have the courage to slack off somewhere, and I couldn't do any other work outside. I guess I have no choice but to do it. I couldn't speak very well because of the cold. I was trembling so much, but I shouted at the top of my lungs to attract customers. 2 damn hours of shouting later, my voice was destroyed. I sounded so hoarse. I can't even sing karaoke like this. I don't know if it was because of my hard work or simply because the sun had come out and it was easier to move around, but customers started to come in slowly but surely. It's been almost 2 hours, hasn't it? Let's go back inside. When I returned inside, the 2 women were not at the front desk, but in the kitchen chatting and laughing. Well, once we let the customers into their rooms, as long as there are no food orders, I know it's pretty boring, but why do I have a bad feeling about this? I'm back. What's with that voice? You sound like you've been smoking for 60 years. No damn thank you or welcome back? More to the point, a smoker of 60 years would sound worse! There are quite a few customers now, aren't there? It's always like this, though. Excuse me. Everyone sleeps in on the weekends, see? No. Oh, hell no, that's what I said. I was simply kicked out! By the way, do you have a boyfriend, Yuka? I was just talking to manager Suzuki about this. Yes, we live together. What the? Did she just get angry at that? Damn, that's actually so funny! What's so funny about me living with my boyfriend? What kind of person is he? Well, let's see. He's a very kind man. Ah, what kind of work does he do? He currently works part-time at a convenience store. What the hell? You're living with a guy who works part-time at a convenience store? Yes, ma'am. What about it, if I may? Manager Suzuki and Ayumi were laughing at me sincerely. I knew something like that would happen, and that's why I tried hard to avoid the topic at all costs, but I don't think the fact that he's very kind is everything, sweetie. Your standards are so damn low. Oh, maybe he's a student? No, we're the same age. What's wrong with working part-time at a convenience store? I've been dating my boyfriend Takeru for 3 years now. We started living together a year ago. Actually, Takeru used to be in the same situation as me. His previous job turned out to be pretty dark as well, and he finally quit 10 months ago. As of now, he's studying to realize his dream, which is why he chose a part-time job that allows him to be flexible with his time and schedule. I think Takeru is truly an amazing guy because he does his absolute best at both his work and his studies. And I've never looked down on his part-time convenience store job either. Well, you are also a part-time worker at such a good age, so maybe birds of a feather flock together? Don't you think you're a good match in a way? Damn, I just realized you're the same age as my husband. My husband is the president of a venture-backed company. They only started the business a year ago, so it feels like they have a very long way to go, but I think that's still a lot better than yours. And he's handsome, too. I'd like to see your boyfriend, sweetie. Got any photos? No, I'm afraid I don't. Of course I do have photos, but I simply don't have any to show these two witches. Oh, it looks like some customers are on their way out, so I'll deal with them. I ran off to the front desk. Shit, I wanted to see Yuka's lame-ass boyfriend. What a shame. You know I can hear you, right? I put up with the two banshees and finished my work for the day. I'm home.
Welcome back. Hold on, you seem tired.
Oh, it's the same as always.
Manager Suzuki and Miss Funabori, was it?
Yep, today was another unreasonable and selfish day for them.
I see. Can't you just quit your job? You've been looking really tired lately, and you go to bed very soon after you come home. You haven't been making many accessories, have you?
About that, it's hard to say I want to quit because I just started working there. There was a pile of programming textbooks on the desk in the living room that Takeru was using to study. Takeru just got home from his part-time job and he's already studying. I have to do my best too. My goal is to develop a handmade accessory business and I can't afford to be weak-minded and make up excuses.
Oh, I know. Yuka, you had a day shift tomorrow, right?
Yeah, it finishes at 5 p.m.
I'm on the day shift tomorrow too, so let's go shopping after work. I want to refresh myself too. How about it?
Great idea.
It's a date then.
Yay! It's been a while since I went on a date with Takeru. I'm going to forget about the bad things and I'm going to have fun tomorrow. The next day, I headed to work with a smile, thinking only of my date with Takeru. Good morning.
Good morning, ma'am.
Oh, were you on the late night shift? This is Masato, a student working part-time at the same karaoke bar. He usually works the night shift from 5 p.m. until midnight, after the day the morning shift ends. By the way, the late night shift is from midnight to 8 a.m.
No, ma'am. Just now I was at karaoke with friends and we pulled an all-nighter. Then I obviously got sleepy and went to sleep in one of the rooms.
Is that so?
That reminds me, you often have the same shift as Manager Suzuki, don't you? Isn't she so annoying?
I thought it wouldn't be too mature to reply with an I know, right? Plus, I'm not that close with Masato, so I was at a loss for words, wondering if it was okay to complain to a student. But Masato started babbling away without waiting for any reply from me.
She keeps on asking me things like, "Do you have a girlfriend?" and "Are you into older women?" When I'm working at the front desk, she comes up to me really close, and if I'm cooking in the kitchen, she says she'll teach me and touches my hand, with a wrinkly-ass hand, no less.
She's coming onto a university student? But I can picture the manager doing all those things. She adores younger boys, and if they're good looking, it's even worse. Masato is by far the most attractive guy out of all the male part-timers, and he goes to a university with a high academic achievement. So Manager Suzuki must be thinking, I must snatch up a promising boy while I can.
Bruh, like who in their right mind would love an old lady like her?
Yes, keep going, buddy. I was smiling as I listened to his complaints and laughing my ass off in silence, but it was only for a moment.
Well, to wrap things up, I'm quitting as of today.
Huh? Weren't you on shift tonight?
I am, but I don't care anymore. I think the manager ought to do something about it. She got what she deserves. Well, good luck to you, ma'am.
What? What'll happen tonight? Well, doesn't concern me, I suppose. At the front desk, I check my duties for the day. There are no party reservations, so I'll bet I'll finish on time. It's a little early, but I'll start the morning cleaning. After finishing the morning cleaning, I returned to the front desk to find Ayumi standing there, just before her shift was going to start, looking exhausted. Are you feeling okay, Miss Ayumi? I drank until this morning. I didn't get a damn wink of sleep. Really? I don't mind you drinking until the morning, but can you stop letting that interfere with your stupid work? Do you think it's okay for the woman at the front desk to have a face like that? You get it. I'm still carrying the cleaning supplies. Front desk speaking. Yes, 4 chocolate special parfaits, 2 berry parfaits, 2 matcha crepes, and 1 fried food a la carte. Thank you so much. The order was placed by the 8 high school students who just came in. We've received an order. So, you took it, so you do it. What in the damn... You're always in the damn kitchen, but when a troublesome order comes, you leave it to someone else? To be honest, it takes a bit of effort to make a single parfait, and there are 6 of these. 2 crepes in addition to that, and an a la carte with fries and fried chicken? It would definitely take a long time to do it alone, and Miss Ayumi probably won't even answer the phone at the front desk. I'm just going to head to the office for a bit. Wait, who left these cleaning tools here? That was me, ma'am. My apologies, we had an order come in. What if someone tripped over all this? Clean up, quickly! Yes, ma'am. Manager Suzuki left for the head office. She usually came back in the evening after this errand. She's probably slacking off outside somewhere anyway. In the past, there were occasions where urgent business required me to call her business number, but she never answered, and naturally I called the head office next. And they said she didn't come in at all. When she returned, she would make up an excuse such as, I was snagged by the president. She was a terrible liar. And once she left this time, there aren't any customers, so I'll go out and attract more people inside. Oh, but we have to make the food now. Shit, she's gone. Miss Ayumi also went out. And I also made the parfaits in silence. I was in charge of the front desk, the phone, and the kitchen. It was a one-woman operation. I sent for help over the intercom to Miss Ayumi, but of course she didn't answer. But on the other hand, maybe this would be easier for me. A few hours later, Miss Ayumi returned as if nothing had happened. She checks the number of customers on the computer at the front desk. Wow, it was worth attracting customers. You didn't do shit! A few hours later, Manager Suzuki returned. Being manager is tough. Good afternoon, ma'am. The students on the night shift should be arriving soon. Tonight should be Masato, Kana, and Rei. I'll ask Masato to look after the kitchen and leave the front desk to the other 2. I don't think Masato will come, ma'am. Huh? Did he contact you? No, he said this morning that he would quit as of today. What? That's not okay! Well, sure, maybe you should give about a month notice, but you stay! Excuse me? You don't have the right to refuse. But I have plans for tonight and the night shift ends at midnight, doesn't it? I won't be able to catch the train. Walk home then. I can't do that! Huh? This is work, lady, and your plans for tonight are completely irrelevant. I'm also here until tonight, too. How dare you say that when I'm tired, too, huh? If there is no train, want to work until tomorrow morning? I also had a shift the next morning, so it would be 32 straight hours of working. I contemplated walking home, but it would take almost an hour to get back. Taxis are expensive, and it would be a waste. I guess there's no other way. I reluctantly contacted Takeru and told him the situation.
Really, ma'am? I don't drive that often, so it's just right for me, to be honest.
That's what's going on. I'm sorry, Takeru.
It's fine if it can be driven, wouldn't you agree?
Yeah. I can't cause any more trouble for Takeru. I got a part-time job to work hard on handmade accessories, but with this, I can't even find the time. That's it. I'm quitting. I decided. I saw the manager glaring at me through the rearview mirror. That night, I got home and immediately took a bath and went to sleep, but I only got about 5 hours of rest. I was still tired. After today, tomorrow would be a day off. Gotta do my best. Manager Suzuki, who finished work at the same time as me the previous night and had morning shift with me, showed up at lunchtime looking like a sleepy zombie. And you slept far more than I did. Ayumi, I saw Yuka's boyfriend yesterday. What? What did he look like? He was so mediocre. I say mediocre as a compliment. He didn't even look human. Damn! I can hear you at the front desk, hello? And he was driving a beat-up hodgepodge of a mini car. With the face as you say, ma'am, he can only drive beat-up cars. That's true. You got this, girl. You're quitting in a month. We don't get mad. We don't get mad. Oh, wait, she said she had the shifts ready for next month. I checked the calendar and found out I only had 3 days off. I didn't get any of my requested days off. There are also a few days like last night where I would work from morning to night. I guess the reason she didn't make it 0 days off is out of fear of headquarters' reaction. She was extending the abuse to the absolute limit. Excuse me, Manager Suzuki. I saw the shift calendar and I have too few days off and too many shifts from morning to night. There's a shortage of staff, so it can't be helped, right? If that's the case, you should have told me in advance. Don't make me go through all that trouble. Also, you're quitting in a month, right? You should at least try your best through to the end. Huh? Are you quitting? I am. You understand the morning shift is already so damn difficult? You should be alright. Even I, an inexperienced newcomer, would manage it all by myself, so... By yourself? Indeed. Miss Ayumi often goes out to attract customers, you see. I can't get through to her over the intercom either. Huh? Hey, isn't that part of my job? Well then, I understand. I shall ban attracting customers after a month. What? Wow, and I thought she and Miss Ayumi were good friends. But when she finds out she can't take it easy, she's so frickin' merciless. This caused a rift between Manager Suzuki and Miss Ayumi, and maybe because of that, the manager has been attacking me a lot less. Moral of this little story? Women are scary, damn! After a brutal last month, I somehow managed to quit my job. 3 years later, one day, I was walking down the street with Takeru when a familiar face came towards us. Yuka? Miss Ayumi, you're still the same, I see. Your clothes reek part-timer. So very different from me, the wife of a company president.
Excuse me, ma'am, but I must correct you. I'm just like your husband. Yuka is also the wife of a company president.
The same? Don't make me laugh, you low-life hobo president.
I suppose you're right. My annual income is 200 million yen, so I still have a long way to go.
What? 200 million? After I quit my part-time job, Takeru studied hard and got a job as a programmer at a company. It seems he was suited to being a programmer, and in 2 years he showed exponential growth. And now he's independent and started his own business. I was also so surprised at how much he's changed over the past few years.